This is Motoring Today, the Philippines' premier and longest-running weekly motoring news and features TV and online magazine. I'm Wee Gamboa.
And I'm Tin Gamboa. Here are this week's features to watch out for. On Motoring Forum, we shall discuss the state of traffic in Metro Manila. A road safety reminder on the Young Street Smarts portion centers on following a traffic enforcer's signal in an intersection. This week's Bang Chaper shall be about the illegal practice of most PUV drivers of overloading passengers. Showcase this week shall have the mid-sized MPV from Toyota, the Zenix 2.0 VCVT. While for race weekend, we shall have the highlights of the 2024 Ineos Super Sprint Round 2.
All these plus the latest news in transportation and traffic management, as well as developments in the automotive industry, are in this week's episode of Motoring Today. Join us.
Go beyond limits with the all-new Mitsubishi Triton.
Drive your ambition. Mitsubishi Motors.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. Here now are the latest news and developments in the country's transportation and traffic management. Government plans to turn over the EDSA busway wholly to the private sector and looks to bid out the project by next year. Already, potential private sector partners are being consulted on how the privatization will happen and what it will entail. The Department of Transportation and the Public-Private Partnership Center has begun consulting potential private sector partners on how to privatize the EDSA busway. The consultation aims to gather feedback on the feasibility study on the proposed privatization of the EDSA busway from possible private sector participants in order to identify potential issues or concerns affecting the project's viability. According to news reports, the EDSA busway privatization project covers the financing, design, and construction of enhanced bus stations, operations control centers, and parking depots, and the purchase, operations, and maintenance of a high-capacity busway plying through EDSA and other major and feeder roads. Timothy John Batan, DOTR Undersecretary for Planning and Project Development, expects to finalize the feasibility study and submit it to the National Economic and Development Authority and secure the necessary approvals in the next few months, the reports added. The DOTR expects to bid out the EDSA busway privatization project by 2025. The EDSA busway is already benefiting thousands of Metro Manila commuters every day. The privatization of the EDSA busway should ensure more would benefit and that it becomes one of the major pillars of an efficient and affordable mass transport system that many say is the solution to the horrendous traffic congestion in the metropolis. Meanwhile, there's good news for commuters who have long depended on the PNR commuter services coming into and going out of Metro Manila and other routes. The LTFRB will authorize UV Express units to ply the routes. The Philippine National Railways is looking to add UV Express units to the buses it has engaged in collaboration with the LTFRB to serve commuters along train routes where train services have been suspended. This will be part of the PNR's bus augmentation program designed to run for 5 years beginning last month to serve commuters affected by the suspension of train services in Metro Manila to facilitate the completion of the North-South Commuter Railway project. Already, the LTFRB has granted 25 bus operators a 5-year franchise to operate along the affected PNR routes with minimum fares set at 15 pesos for the first 5 kilometers and 2.65 pesos for each succeeding kilometer. According to news reports, PNR chairperson Michael Macapagal said the PNR does not want to flood the streets with buses and is considering using UV Express units. Around 30,000 commuters used the PNR train services in Metro Manila before the suspension. Here's hoping that the LTFRB authorizes enough UV Express units to meet the demand to ensure no one gets stranded for lack of trains and other modes of public transport along the suspended PNR routes. Continuing, if the LTFRB is to be believed, the April 30 deadline for all PUV jeepney franchises to be consolidated into co-ops or corporations will be enforced, and all that have not complied will be considered colorum PUVs. Will this happen?
The LTFRB is prepared to implement a crackdown on colorum jeepneys starting on May 1. According to news reports, LTFRB Chairman Teofilo Guades said that after the April 30 deadline, all individual PUV jeepney franchises that have failed to begin the process to consolidate into cooperative or corporations will be considered colorum. Guades said that until the President extends the April 30 deadline, those that have not complied with the consolidation will no longer be allowed to operate. The LTFRB reports that at least 79% of PUVs nationwide have complied with the consolidation mandate to participate in the Public Utility Vehicle Modernization Program of the government. Guades warned that beginning May 1, colorum PUV units plying routes will be impounded and their drivers will have their licenses confiscated and suspended for 1 year.
The month of April should see more of the usual back-and-forth pronouncements from jeepney groups opposing consolidation, and what they fear is their eventual phase-out, and transport authorities again sounding steadfast about enforcing deadlines and achieving the objectives of modernization. Will this be the last month that we'll see this game? And finally, those who were issued printed paper driver's licenses can begin exchanging these for real plastic ones beginning April 15, or so the LTO promises.
The LTO expects that by now, 1 million pieces of plastic cards for licenses have been delivered to its central office. And by April 15, district and satellite offices will resume issuing plastic driver's license cards. In a recent radio interview, LTO Chief Vigor Mendoza II said that those who were issued licenses printed on paper can soon be able to head to respective district or satellite offices to have them replaced with regular license cards. Earlier, the Court of Appeals has lifted the injunction preventing the LTO from receiving the plastic cards from contractor Banner Plasticard. A temporary restraining order stopping the delivery was issued by the courts following a complaint filed by Losing Bigger Allcard Inc. According to Mendoza, the LTO expects a second batch of 1 million plastic cards to be delivered by Banner Plasticard on the 3rd week of April, and the final batch of 1.2 million cards by the 2nd week of May. Another supplier is expected to deliver the needed plastic cards for the rest of the year. In a radio interview, Mendoza said the lack of plastic cards to be used for driver's licenses should be behind us already.
In recent years, the LTO has not really been good at keeping promises, especially about erasing backlogs and meeting self-imposed deadlines. Let's hope the LTO makes good on this one. And those are the latest news and developments in transportation and traffic management. Coming up next is Motoring Forum, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines. Has Metro Manila reached a state of traffic calamity? Many believe this to be true. How to solve it? What solutions will work? Motoring Forum tackles these questions.
Every day, much of EDSA looks like a parking lot. At certain hours of the day, the same holds true on many segments of the Skyway. Commonwealth Avenue in Quezon City, despite its lanes in the dozen, sees cars crawling like snails. Secondary streets and alternative routes designed to help relieve congestion on major thoroughfares frequently experience gridlock. But has daily traffic in Metro Manila reached calamitous proportions? Those who daily suffer spending hours just to drive a couple of blocks down the road believe this to be true. The Management Association of the Philippines is among the believers, even estimating the cost of the calamity on the economy at 3.5 billion pesos a day. The MAP has been urging authorities, the MMDA, the local government units, and even the House of Congress to declare a state of traffic calamity in Metro Manila. In open letters, in press statements, and during hearings conducted by the House and other authorities, the MAP has proposed what it calls emergency state relief measures. During a hearing conducted by House Committee on Metro Manila Development, MAP Representative Eduardo Yap said this traffic congestion in Metro Manila has been so severe that an estimated 3.5 billion daily economic loss is being incurred continuously, and therefore more than merits a declaration of a state of calamity. Yap added that President Marcos should invoke his emergency power to provide emergency powers to provide relief measures. Yap also presented MAP's recommendations for solving the traffic crisis. MAP has been calling for delineating 4 zones in Metro Manila as traffic zones, each headed by a traffic manager. And on top of these 4 traffic managers is a traffic czar, vested with full powers and authority to mobilize, direct, and deploy existing government resources, both on the national and local levels, to solve the traffic calamity in Metro Manila. Over the years, authorities have resorted to coding, a scheme to reduce the number of vehicles on the road at given times, using the last digits of vehicle license plates, or in lieu of that, conduction sticker numbers. Coding has not quite been the success that authorities hoped for, with traffic congestion still steadily growing worse. There are calls to impose a congestion charge, similar to what other cities in the world have imposed, to reduce the number of vehicles entering zones or streets. However, this has met opposition from vehicle owners who say that there is not enough available public transport to make them not use their vehicles. Until a more efficient, reliable, accessible, and affordable public transport is in place in Metro Manila, it will be unfair to impose a congestion charge. Other proposals include encouraging more people to use active transport, like bicycles, e-bikes, and the like, establishing networks of protected and unprotected bike lanes in the metro. This too was met with opposition from vehicle owners who claim bike lanes only added to congestion and only a few cyclists actually use them daily compared to the number of motorists on the road. The last 2 proposals confirm what many observers believe. Solving traffic congestion, crisis, or calamity in Metro Manila needs long-term solutions that involve major infrastructure projects. Projects that involve establishing not more elevated roadways for cars and other vehicles, but a more efficient public transportation network, as well as infrastructure that could make active transport and mere walking more attractive. Protected bike lanes, wide shaded sidewalks, and elevated walkways. Observers point out that traffic congestion is getting worse and worse, mainly because more and more vehicles are using thoroughfares and roadways of Metro Manila, the number growing more than the design capacity of avenues, streets, and byways of the metropolis.
There's no denying that Metro Manila traffic has gone from bad to worse, and worser with every year. And some think that unless solutions are found, it may never reach the worst ever. That's our Morning Forum this week, courtesy of Suzuki Philippines.
take the lead.
You are back with us here on Motoring Today, and we now have this week's important motoring tips, starting off with some road safety reminders from Toyota Motor Philippines. Traffic enforcers are usually found on busy intersections. Maging ikaw ay pedestrian or driver, always be respectful of them at maghintay ng signal na galing sa kanila. Continuing with this week's edition of Motoring Today, let's now focus on proper driver's demeanor, especially for those driving PUVs. Here's Payong Choper this week.
Payong Choper lang, kaibigan. Ako si Ka Jojo Martin, isang kapwa nyo Choper. Maging maayos sa pananamit tuwing papasada.
Kung gusto natin makarami ng pasahero, gawin natin presentable ang ating mga sarili sa tuwing tayo ay magmamaneho. Ugaling isuot ang uniform ng samahan ng iyong kinabibilangan kapag papasada sa daan. Iwasang magsuot ng mga pambahay na damit, katulad ng sando at tsinelas, kung ayaw mo ang pasahero ang magalit at umiwas.
Tandaan, kapag maayos ang kasuotan, pasahero ay iyong kaibigan. Ito po si Ka Jojo Martin. Payong Choper lang, kaibigan, mula sa isang kapwa nyo Choper.
If you're having problems sa cars, if there's any problems, especially with the paint, if you wanted to have the paint corrected, just let us know, just give us a call, drop by our shop so we could assess para we could show you and give you yung gagawin natin sa cars nyo, especially for the paint job. So we could detail the car and probably put ceramic coating on it. Our shop also offers ceramic coating, interior, exterior, engine, and glass detailing. We also offer premium car wash. We also do paint job, certain panels na kailangan natin i-repaint. So we also do that. We also do a wash over paint also for cars. So
Welcome back to Motoring Today. World of Motorsports is next.
In motorsports news, novice Jubileo Verceles showed off the veterans to set the best overall time of day during the first round of the 2024 Philippine Autocross Championship Series held at the Park Links. Verceles recorded a cumulative time of 1 minute 47.07 seconds from his runs in Track A and Track B. Another novice, AJ Andal, came in second overall with a 1 minute 49.19 seconds, just edging Ron Suzon, who ended up in third overall with an aggregate time of 1 minute 49.36 seconds. Paolo Bacaraig was fourth fastest overall with Nate Sarmenta in fifth. In the novice category, it was Jubileo Verceles, AJ Andal, and Paolo Bacaraig who ended the day first, second, and third respectively. Glendale Cuento topped the open category with Kyle Pelaez in second and John Michael Lau in third. AJ Andal topped the special DBS class, now run for the second straight year in memory of the late PACS founder Danilo Santiago. Kyle Pelaez was second with Reyna Cejas in third in the DBS class.
More in the world of motorsports here on Motoring Today, as we now give you Race Weekend. This race weekend takes us back to Parklinks C5 for more grassroots racing competition. This time, it's round 2 of the 2024 Super Sprint Series which is proving to be one of the more popular weekend events for both newbies and veteran racers.
So, well, actually, I've been joining slaloms, autocross, or gymkhanas, however you call it, for almost 7 years already. So, since there's not that much races in the circuit that are happening around, this time of year, it's always good to always be in shape and take out the rust. So that's why I always like to join these events like the Super Sprint. It still trains you very well and keeps you in shape. So, and also really enjoying it. Well, as of now, we're after the first runs, we're in the lead now. But I know it'll be quicker in the afternoon when the track becomes cleaner. So we're just trying to push, and of course, there's still a lot of learning that I have to do with the car since it's been a while since I've raced in gymkhanas and super sprints. So just constantly trying to improve myself. The times are looking good, but we know that the others will be good.
My name is Julius Brian Tagarian. Bali last season, nakakuha tayo ng third overall sa last season na Amateur Super Street 2 and third overall sa Amateur Super Street 3. Siguro dahil may team ako that time, may talagang nagga-guide para sa kotse at sa mga kung anong kailangan sa karera. Bali si si Elpax. Shout out. Siya yung nag-prep, kasama ko siya lahat, gulong, kung anong mga kailangan. Kaya yun, kasi yung mga ibang route, as in wala talaga akong hindi man lang ako makaabot ng court. Pero nung time na yun, nung nagkaroon ako ng kasama sa race, yun, nakaangat tayo. Kahit pa paano, nagkaroon tayo ng mas maraming kaalaman sa anong kailangan sa karera.
Ano po kasi, last leg, yung kuya ko po, si Kuya Marvin, actually cousin ko po siya. Tapos, dapat po kasama po ako dito last season ng Super Sprint. Then ngayon lang po nakalaro kasi po, hindi na po masyadong busy sa school. Then, ito po yung gamit kong kotse for Super Sprint. First experience ko po sa Super Sprint. Nakakatakot na nakakakaba. After ilang runs, okay na po. Masaya dun. Parang hinahanap-hanap na din po after a while. Parang hinanda ko lang po sarili ko na wag pong matakot. Parang go lang po ng go. Para para this race po is hindi na po ako masyadong nakakaban. Pero nung tumakbo po ako kanina, nakakaba pa rin po. Yes po, kung into cars din po sila, I'd recommend na sumali po sa Super Sprint. Super fun, then super enjoyable. As long as may sasakyan po. Kahit stock, doesn't matter.
I'd like to thank Super Sprint for organizing this event here in Parklinks Pasig. There's so many competitors again. It's very exciting, competitive, and the nice thing with it is that anybody could join. So if you're interested in racing, please do try out the Super Sprint. It's very fun, and hopefully we'll see you here.
This year is turning out to be a very busy one for motorsports, with organizers of grassroots and more advanced forms of racing taking care to schedule events so as not to conflict with others. It should help local motorsports grow and develop. And that's this week's World of Motorsports. We'll be back after this short break.
Go beyond limits with the all-new Mitsubishi Triton.
Drive your ambition. Mitsubishi Motors.
Our car of the week is next on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. In this showcase, we take a look at the Toyota Zenix 2.0V CVT, the most affordable variant of the all-new Zenix, another entry to the mid-size MPV segment.
When Toyota Motor Philippines first gave local motoring drills a preview of the Toyota Zenix, many asked whether this will be the hybrid variant of the Innova. Others wondered if this will eventually replace the Innova altogether in the local market. After all, the Zenix at 4,755mm long, 1,850mm wide for the hybrid variant, 1,845mm for the ICE variant, and 1,790mm tall is sized just millimeters off the Innova's dimensions. At the same time, Toyota itself describes the Zenix as a third-generation Innova, but built on a totally new platform with a unibody design and front-wheel drive. When Toyota finally made the all-new Zenix available at local dealerships, on offer were two variants, the 2.0Q Hybrid CVT and the 2.0V CVT. The former is powered by a hybrid powertrain with a motor generator and a 1987cc four-cylinder dual VVTi gasoline engine that generates a total output of 186 PS and 188 Newton-meters of torque. The latter is powered by a four-cylinder 174 horsepower gasoline engine that also generates a maximum 205 Newton-meters of torque. In this car review, we'll take a look at the Zenix 2.0V CVT, which arrived with a listed SRP of 1.67 million pesos, said to be the entry-level variant. The 2.0Q Hybrid CVT is listed at 1.968 million pesos. With more softly rounded curves and corners, the all-new Zenix looks a lot more refined than the second-generation Innova. A little beefier too, though hardly muscular. Some perceive the Zenix as more good-looking and stately than the old Innova. The 2.0V CVT shares some of the modern exterior features of the 2.0Q Hybrid CVT. The LED headlamps and fog lamps, the outside rear-view mirrors that power adjust and auto-fold and feature integrated turn signals, front and rear intermittent windshield wipers. Also shared is the powered tailgate that opens to a very spacious luggage and cargo space. The ICE variant of the Zenix is also distinguished from its hybrid sibling by its body-colored outside door handle and black door belt molding, the lack of over fenders, and 17-inch silver metallic alloy wheels, which look great. The all-new Zenix has a cabin that is a lot roomier than the old Innova, thanks to the flat floor that comes with a unibody platform. Lots more leg, elbow, and leg room front and back, including the third-row seats. The Zenix 2.0V CVT only features fabric upholstery, but of the kind that still makes the cabin look posh. Toyota chose to use dark chestnut and black color scheme for the Zenix interior. Lots of soft surfaces on the dash and door trim add to the premium look and feel of the Zenix, which also features leather-wrapped steering wheel with silver ornamentation. The gear shift lever also gets the leather silver treatment. The entry-level Zenix doesn't have the power driver's seat of the higher variant, only one that manually adjusts 6 ways. The front passenger seat manually adjusts 4 ways. The Zenix features twin captain's chairs on the second row, very comfortably cushioned with armrests and a folding tray between them for added convenience. The captain's chairs of the 2.0V CVT manually slide and recline. one needs to spend more for Zenix Hybrid, which has powered captain's chairs with ottomans. The third row seats may be a tight squeeze for 3, but offers more leg and headroom than those in the older Innova. The third row seating also splits and folds flat 50-50. The Zenix comes with a digital and analog instrument cluster with a 7-inch multi-information display. Dominating the center of the dash is the 10.1-inch display for the infotainment system that comes with AM/FM radio, wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Bluetooth, and voice command. Underneath the display are vents for the automatic single-zone climate control system with controls in the front and the rear. The Zenix arrived with comfort and convenience features now standard in top-class MPVs, such as smart keyless entry with push-button start, electronic parking brake with brake hold, power windows with auto up-down function, and jam protect. Much lighter than the older Innovas and with front-wheel drive and a more powerful gasoline engine made into a continuously variable transmission, the Zenix offers a more refined driving experience. Passing maneuvers can be made more confidently. All-wheel disc brakes also provide confidence-topping power. Ride and handling is even more car-like compared to older Innovas on a suspension system featuring front McPherson struts and rear torsion beams. The electric power steering feels lighter, road imperfections are absorbed much more comfortably, and it's quieter in the cabin. The multi-function steering features buttons and switches for the audio, the infotainment display, telephone, and cruise control. Paddle shifters also come in handy for those who want greater control over gear shifts. The Zenix 2.0 VCVT doesn't come with Toyota Safety Sense. Only the hybrid variant comes with this suite of advanced driver assist and safety tech. But the Zenix with ICE does feature some active safety features that include anti-lock brake system, electronic brake force distribution, vehicle stability control, and hill start assist control. Assisting with parking is a back camera and 8 front and rear back sonar sensors. Added for safety and security are alarm with immobilizer, driver and front passenger airbags, 3-point ELR seatbelts for 7 with driver and front seat passenger getting pre-tensioners and seatbelt reminders, and 2 ISOFIX tether anchors.
It may not be written in stone, but sooner or later, the Innova will really go the way of the Revo and the Tamaraw. But we hear the Tamaraw name is making a comeback to local shores. That's our featured vehicle in this week's showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee.
If you're having problems sa cars, if there's any problems, especially with the paint, if you wanted to have the paint corrected, just let us know, just give us a call, drop by our shop so we could assess para we could show you and give you yung gagawin natin sa cars nyo, especially for the paint job. So we could detail the car and probably put ceramic coating on it. Our shop also offers ceramic coating, interior, exterior, engine, and glass detailing. We also offer premium car wash. We also do paint job, certain panels na kailangan natin i-repaint. So we also do that. We also do a wash over paint also for cars. So,
Welcome back to Motoring Today. The auto industry takes center stage.
Are you looking for an affordable 4x4 pickup? JMC Philippines have several for you to choose from. They are made by Chinese automaker JMC Motor Group in a venture with Ford in China. 2 pickup models are being brought in by local distributor JMC Philippines, a member of the Astara Group, the Grand Avenue and the Vigas.
So for the Grand Avenue, we have 4 variants, starting with the 4x2 manual. We have a 4x4 manual, a 4x2 automatic, and a 4x4 automatic. So this particular version is the high-end, which is the 4x4 automatic. It retails for 1,569,000 pesos. It has a 2.3-liter diesel engine, Since this is a joint venture with Ford, so this engine came from the Ford line. It's the 2.3-liter Puma engine, 177 horsepower, 450 Newton meters of torque, and it has a ZF or ZF 8-speed automatic transmission. So aside from the Grand Avenue, we also have the Bigus. This retails at 959,000 pesos for the 4x2 manual. And for the 4x4 automatic, it's 1.11 million pesos. So the Bigus, this is a basic pickup with a 2.5-liter diesel engine. Again, this was developed jointly with Ford in China. And this would be our offering for the fleet or those who are looking for a workhorse.
The Loseta Motors Incorporated local authorized Ferrari distributor has brought in the Ferrari Roma Spider, the latest soft-top convertible from the Italian maker of supercars.
We have here the Ferrari Roma Spider. It's a 3.9-liter V8 engine. It comes with 612 horsepower. Also, this car is a touring car, so this car can offer a very good driving experience. At the same time, you still keep the power and you still feel the power of a Ferrari. So this is something that you can use on a daily basis if you are the person who likes to have that power and comfort in your sports car.
Buyers have the option to customize their Ferrari Roma Spider, which arrives with a retail price that starts at 29.5 million pesos.
This starts at 29.5 million. And then this is before you put any configuration. Ferrari offers an option for customers for them to be able to configure the car based on the way they like it. So you can change the color based on what you want. Stitches of inside, all the trims you can also choose. And there are a lot of options that you can do on this car based on exactly what and how you want it to be.
Jetour Philippines gave the local motoring media a preview of the Jetour T2 SUV that it plans to formally launch at the Manila International Auto Show. Even before the official launch of the 4x4 SUV, Jetour has revealed that it will be retailed at 2.498 million pesos, which comes with what the local distributor describes as the best warranty in town. Also previewed was the limited edition Dashing PHEV, which will also be officially unveiled in the MIAS. Only 10 units of the limited edition Dashing PHEV will be made available locally. It comes in either Oceanic Blue or Icelandic White colors. The Dashing powertrain features an IDM plug-in hybrid system with a turbocharged 1.5-liter gasoline engine and two electric motors that generate 322 horsepower and 545 Newton meters of torque.
That is one thing that we are really proud of. Jetour offers the best warranty in town. We are offering 6 years or 1 million kilometers bumper to bumper. And we give 10 years warranty or 1 million kilometer for the engine.
Most media ride and drive events take place out of town, the better to show the ride and handling prowess of the new models. Ford takes a different approach with its City Reimagined Territory Experiential Drive.
So we're here at Las Casas de Acuzar here in Quezon City, which is our final pit stop for today's City Reimagined the Territory Experiential Drive. So we basically drove the Ford Territory and explored a lot of hidden gems and cultural destinations in Quezon City, in the city of Manila, and really proving that the Ford Territory is really perfect for urban driving and exploring for new adventures.
During the event, Ford revealed that now is the best time to buy a Territory.
So good news to those who are about to buy a Ford Territory Titanium, most especially, you can avail of our Territory 5-Star Care promo, which entitles you to have free 5-year warranty, free 5-year scheduled service plan, and free 5-year roadside assistance. So this is really an irresistible offer that you don't want to miss. So please check out our website as well as your Ford dealer to avail of this Territory 5-Star Care promo.
that's the week that was in motoring. Thank you for joining us. Also, don't forget to check us out on social media.
Until next week here on Motoring Today, now on its 37th year of continuing service to the general motoring public with the life philosophy to promote road safety. In honor of our dad, Butch Gamboa, I'm Wee Gamboa.
And I'm Tin Gamboa. Happy
motoring.
motoring.